It is Spare the Rock, Spoil the Child, coming to you from KUTX 98.9 Studio 1A. And we're joined here in the studio by 123 Andrés and Jorge helping out on percussion. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's great to be in this, beautiful, beautiful studio.
And Cliff Hargrove is doing sound for us. And I want to talk to you about a bunch of different stuff, but could we start off just with a song?
Let's get it started. We're going to do a song from our latest album called Arriba Abajo. And this is called Sing Now With Me, or in Spanish, Vamos a Cantar. We're going to hear it in English and Spanish. So here we go. Here's a brand new song, singing out with me. Just follow your heart and you'll find your key. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Follow me back down this sweet melody. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Vamos a cantar una nueva canción. Vamos a cantarla con el corazón. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Vamos a bajar, únete a mi voz. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, get ready to go up and down with the notes. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
It's 123 Andrés live in the studio here at Spare the Rock. That was great. And it's kind of representative of what you do, right? Where you have some Spanish language, some English language. What would you consider sort of your mission statement as a family musician?
My mission statement is, do good music, fun music that the whole family enjoys, number one. Second, we want to do educational music, right? Mm-hmm. Something that doesn't have to beat you over the head with, with what we want to bring across, but we definitely want to bring either a positive message or something that the kids can learn and the families can learn, And third, it's definitely a bicultural project. So, it's in Spanish and English, and of course that moves between those two words. So we also, let's say, we celebrate the heritage of Latinos here in the U.S., mm-hmm. and we talk about the different music that are around us. And I think that helps Latino children and everybody else to learn about each other.
And we were talking before we came on the air that one of the things that you do, maybe more than some other musicians, is bring in a whole lot of different rhythms, right? I mean, that first song was a fairly straightforward thing, but you get into cumbia, into salsa, and all sorts of music from Latin America. Is that fair to say?
Yes, and the interesting thing is it's Latin music, but it's also, I think it's part of the U.S. culture. And that's one of the messages that I bring, that, salsa, bachata, cumbia, all of those rhythms, maybe they started outside the U.S., outside of the borders of the U.S., but now with people coming here to this country, people bringing their music, their culture, and now some of the new artists doing this music are born and raised in the U.S. So I think it's becoming, part of U.S. culture.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about being here in Central Texas, of course, is that it's that culture, that history is even longer. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You're from Colombia, is that right?
Yes, I was born in Bogotá, Colombia, and I was very lucky. I grew up in a very musical family. So my dad was always playing guitar. My mom was always singing. So that was part of my education at home, let's say, right? And then I started playing, winds, clarinet, saxophone. And one other thing that I learned at home that was very, very important, my dad started teaching me English while I was at home. And it planted a seed of love of languages and cultures, right? Because a language also represents a culture, communities, different countries, right? So those two things were some of the first things that I learned at home, and they became what I give back to the world. So that's a little bit of my beginnings.
That's great. Well, let's hear another song if we could. I think you're going to do another one from your newest album, which is called Arriba Abajo. Is that right?
Yes, let's do...
I can't pronounce that very well. You can pronounce it correctly for us.
It's pretty good. Arriba Abajo.
Arriba, yeah, okay.
Arriba Abajo.
And this is the one that you won the Latin Grammy for.
Yes, so we continue celebrating that Arriba Abajo won the Latin Grammy in 2016, the latest Latin Grammy, as Best Children's Album.
Congratulations for that. That's awesome.
Thank you. So much happiness around that, and it's a lot of work. Putting together an album and thinking about it and working so hard. So it's great that it got recognition. And we're gonna do a song. I'm from Colombia, and it's a great way to tie it. I'm from Colombia, and cumbia, which is it's very famous in all over the Americas. Cumbia originated in Colombia. So we're going to hear a cumbia about something very fun, which is tickles. So if you have somebody next to you, you can tickle. Get ready.
It's 1, 2, 3, Andrés, live in the studio.
Here we go. I had a friend, her name was Kelly. She used to tickle me here on my friend Kelly used to tickle me on my belly. Tickles with my friend Kelly, tickles on my belly. Tickles with my friend Kelly, tickles on my belly. Vamos a hacer una en español. Tuve una amiga llamada Teresa, me hacía cosquillas aquí en la... Mi amiga Teresa me hacía cosquillas en la cabeza. Cosquillas con Teresa, cosquillas en la cabeza. Con Teresa, cosquillas en la cabeza. I had a friend, his name was Joe. He used to tickle me here on my friend Joe used to tickle me on my shoulders. No, let me try again. My friend Joe used to tickle me on my elbows. No. Bill, my friend Joe used to tickle me on my toes. Yeah. Tickles with my friend Joe. Tickles on my toe. Tickles, my friend Kelly. Tickles on my belly. Cumbia. Uy. Cosquillas con Teresa en la cabeza. Con Teresa en la cabeza. Y con ustedes desde Colombia. 1, 2, 3. Andrés. Fuera.
Andrés, that's awesome.
Thank
great.
you. A lot of good energy in this room,
It's a wonderful room. There have been a lot of amazing musicians come through here, so you're feeling their spirit, I think.
Absolutely.
It is on Spare the Rock, Spoil the Child, coming to you from Studio 1A here at KUTX. Cliff Hargrove doing an amazing job on the sound. And, we've got a podcast here, comes out of KUTX called, that Elizabeth McQueen does. And the question that's sort of the core of that I've started to steal is, what was a song that made a difference for you? What was, this is a little, not exactly how Elizabeth asked it, but was there a song when you were growing up that didn't necessarily make you decide you're going to do kids music? Because I understand that's probably a whole different story. But what was it that made you say, I want to do music? I probably should have given you one.
Yeah, no. It's great, and a name comes right into my head, and it's great because it's a person who also lives in two worlds. It lives, in Spanish and and English, and it's Ruben Blades.
Uh-huh.
Ruben Blades, actor, singer, politician. I mean, he does it all, and he has so many songs that have a meaning, and they have a goal, and they talk about like social issues. And I remember, the first one that comes to my mind is called Plástico, plastic.
Uh-huh.
And it's just so if you want to look it up, just look Ruben Blades or Ruben Blades,
Uh-huh.
and just write the word plástico, and you're gonna hear it. So that was one song that I heard over and over and over, and really taught me that music could have a purpose. Doesn't have to, right? But music could have a purpose, a meaning, and wanting to change the listener.
I think even the music that doesn't think it has a purpose probably has a purpose as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a whole different conversation, probably. So what's been the most fun about it? I understand you get to do a lot of traveling now that you're doing family music. What have been some places you've gotten to go when traveling?
Now we're gonna complete the four corners. Boston, Miami. Well, last year we went to Oregon. This year I'm going to San Diego. So really, the four corners. I haven't been to Alaska, but I hear it's beautiful. And recently we also went to Panama. We were invited to be at the Panama International Book Festival.
Oh, neat.
So it was amazing. It was awesome. We go to Colombia often. Every year we perform in Colombia. And another amazing experience last year, we played at the National Coliseum, the National Auditorium in Puerto Rico, in front of 10,000 people. It was 10,000, 11,000 people. We were opening for a great band called Atención Atención. And if you don't know Atención Atención and your kids are learning Spanish, check it out. Atención Atención. They're great. They're the kings of Puerto Rican music for children. So it was beautiful.
Have to check that out. That's awesome. It is 123 Andres here at Spare the Rock. I think we got time for one more song if you'd like to do one more.
Absolutely. So we're going to do probably our most popular song, and the song that have given us, just such great experiences, stories. I've heard from mothers who say that some of the first words that their babies say are the songs of this song. So that's very special, right? So it's called Salta Salta, which means jump, right? So if you're sitting down and listening to Spur the Rock, sitting down, so go ahead and stand up, shake yourself a little bit, and get ready to jump. Get ready to jump. Here we go. This is Salta Salta from our first album. Salta, salta, 1, 2, 3. 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 Salta, salta con Andrés, mueve los pies, cuenta 1, 2, 3. Brinca, brinca, que eso no duele. Vamos afuera, apaga la tele. Salta, salta con Andrés, cuenta conmigo, saltamos después. Mueve los pies, 1, 2, 3. Salta, salta, 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 1, 2, 3. Atención, get ready. We're gonna jump together at the count of 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now crouch down really low, and get ready to jump at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Salta, salta, 1, 2, 3. 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 Salta, salta con Andrés. Mueve los pies, cuenta 1, 2, 3. Brinca, brinca, que eso no duele. Vamos afuera, apaga la tele. Salta, salta con Andrés. Cuenta conmigo, saltamos después. Mueve los pies. Mueve los pies, 1, 2, 3. Salta, salta, 1, 2, 3. Salta, salta, 1, 2 y 3.
The big rock and roll finish there. It's 1, 2, 3 Andres here at Spare the Rock, Spoil the Child. Latin Grammy winner, let's make that clear. 2-time nominee, 1-time winner. I was just saying, that's a Hall of Fame percentage in baseball. 500.
Thank you, thank you.
The new album is called Arriba Rabajo. That's what you won the Latin Grammy for. You can get information about that at 123andres.com. And I sure hope you'll come back again.
Thank you so much, Bill. And I want to invite, I'm sure we're reaching some new friends.
Yeah,
today.
so everybody...
So thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. And if you want to see Andre, the recording we did, or performance we just saw, it's up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sparetherock. It was awesome to have you live. Jorge, thanks for coming down as well. And thanks to Cliff Hargrove for engineering. And we'll see y'all again soon. Okay, I'm going to try and save it now.